All right, I am very excited to show you the Sierra Norte Mezcal region in Oaxaca, Mexico, where I was able to visit the brand TOSBA. So let's check all this out right now. Sierra Norte is a high altitude region in northern Oaxaca, and the traditional commodity is coffee. But over the past few years, Mezcal has been on the rise. Edgar is not only the Mezcalero for TOSBA, but part owner. His younger cousin, business partner, and also part owner, ELISANDRO Gonzalez, picked me up in Oaxaca Central for this one-day excursion.
Up bright and early, gonna go check out TOSBA with my man Eli.
Hola, hi, buenos dias.
Long drive, long day, gonna be about 5 hours each way.
We headed east at dawn, and an hour later, we were off the asphalt and putting Eli's truck suspension to good use.
Bye-bye main road.
A few hours later, we made it to the closest town to the TOSBA Palenque, San Cristobal La Chirrihuac.
You can see this, the harvest of coffee, so they're moving the coffee up into town.
Eli knew them all by name. It's a tight community up there.
Chanto!
The purpose of this trip for me was obviously Mezcal. I'm usually enamored with aspects of the production and the process, but this trip had a very strong agave focus. We had to go way deep into the valley to check out the TOSBA agave nursery.
You really developed your leg.
Get the leg workout.
I got to sample some unripe green coffee beans growing on the way down. Finally we get down there, but the agave nursery is growing behind a thick cornfield. But what a treasure once you break through it.
Are these espadine over here?
No, those are huarache.
After about a year or so, they can be transplanted into the wild. But man, going up that valley was way tougher. Say hi to Rojo on the way up.
A lot easier going down, going up. Tell you what, they don't skip leg day here at TOSBA. No, no, no.
So here's the backstory on TOSBA. When Edgar and Eli were growing up in Sierra Norte, it was economically depressed. So in the 2000s, when they were both in their 20s, they had to leave and work elsewhere. But they always had a dream to invest back into their home community, and that dream soon became a goal. What I love about this story is their dedication to the long game. They invested in seeds to plant agave. But it's not like you toss a few seeds into the ground and you're good to go for next year. It takes agave years, sometimes decades, until they can be harvested, depending on the species. So as their agave plants grew, they worked, made money, saved into their budding Mezcal brand. We arrived at their Palenque and I got to meet Edgar. He poured me a couple damn delicious Mezcals before lunch.
This is what's going down. We got a bunch of mezcal happening. The plate of meat, the boys, cerveza, and look at this. Some carne. What's there not to like?
Then lunch was served.
Chowing down.
After lunch, we went to the fields for some agave 101. I was so fascinated with the agave in that region, I ended up spending most of the afternoon with them in the fields, focusing just on that. So what I'm going to show you is the tobala. Tobala in this region, Sierra Norte, is about 6 years where they're growing and harvesting the tobala in this area, and a lot quicker, whereas other places it can take up to like, I think I've seen it like 12 to 15 years in certain areas. This is a more mature tobala right here in front of me, a lot smaller. How old is this one, like 5 years? Yeah. So this one here, 5 years. This one about like 2.5, 3 years. Tobala right behind me, and one of the things I will joke about myself is I was calling this agave potato rum in my earlier video. There's cuprietta, there's Cadence, there's potato rum. Totally not what it's how it's pronounced. The correct pronunciation is patatorum. But this one coming up was incredible. I had heard of this kind of maguey, but had never tried that kind of mezcal.
We got the Warash right here, unclassified agave. So the CRM will come here, they will look at a catalog, and this is not in their catalog, so they have to classify it somehow. So instead of, say, an espadín like an agave angustifolia, this is an agave SP. So unclassified. If you see agave SP, no matter what it is, that is the reason for it. The local name for this is Warash, which means I've been told from around here. It's very delicious. I tried some at the TOSBA Palenque before. It's got a sort of a profile of a grilled pineapple.
Eli was helpful all afternoon explaining the subtleties of the agave. Here he discusses when this special Warash is ready for harvest.
The Quiote?
The Quiote,
Yeah.
you can tell when it's going about to come off. So that will give you a sign that this plant is ready. So you don't want to really wait until the Quiote comes out, because then you're already using the energy. The plant is already using the energy to grow. So and by that, what that means is sugar is being used, and you want to cut it just like the way it is right now. So you don't really have to wait until the Quiote comes up, but you know already that this one it's mature. It's about to sprout the Quiote. The one reference is that the spikes starts to go down. Go down to the bottom, then the Quiote will come out.
Oh, okay. So the spikes start to like sag a little bit.
Yeah. In the very center, like you can see these things are starting to go down. Like you can tell, but it's just a sign that something else is coming up.
TOSBA also has a Cenizo mezcal made with agave durangensis. Here are some of these younger agave.
Look like a Tobala, but this particular spike, it's longer.
Oh, there we go. Longer to draw the blood out. Look at that. So that is a baby Cenizo from Durango.
And after getting my agave lessons, it was back to the Palenque. And one thing to note, when Edgar and Eli started TOSBA, they didn't even know how to make mezcal. But they saw an opportunity, and over the years, Edgar taught himself how to do it. And I'm telling you, his stuff is as good as anyone's out there. To me, this is truly fascinating.
Best part of the trip, getting to buy the juice. Yes. Pachuga? Nice.
After a few hours at their awesome Palenque, it was time to depart.
The maestro, Mezcalero Supreme, the man. The man. Edgar Gonzalez, it's been a great kick-ass afternoon. I'm finishing it off with the Warash, very special maguey agave that's localized to here. And I was gonna have a little bit more, but the guy who came here before me, dude, you didn't leave me any Warash, man. That's all that's left. He left me just a little bit, and it is fantastic. So I'm leaving here with some Borrega Pachuga, that's lamb, turkey Pachuga, amazing. And the last but not least, the Tepestate. Wow. So anyway, Edgar, you're a beauty of a man. So such a good dude. Elisandro, holding the camera. He's the one that made it all happen today. Picked me up in Oaxaca City. We still got to drive back, but amazing place. If you guys are ever in Oaxaca, come to TOSBA. All right, come here, amigo. This is how we say goodbye. This is how we do it. We don't just hug. We don't just hug it out like that. We go like this.
We hit the dusty roads back with only some minor traffic delays.
Traffic after work traffic
jam. Now I'm quickly going to show you two awesome bottles of TOSBA. All right, this one here is their Espadín, and this bottle was given to me as a gift by an incredible lady. She's renowned as one of the nicest, sweetest people in the mezcal community, Judy Sherman. This retails for about $50 in California, so if you can find it in your part of the world, buy it yesterday. It's a crazy good mezcal. I love this Espadín, and the next bottle is Warash. So on the same trip to Oaxaca, I ended up doing a tour with a guy named Darrenell Silva. He knows Eli, and he had a couple bottles of this Warash. He mentioned this to me, and he gave this to me as a gift. Wouldn't take a single peso. He knew I was bummed that I didn't pick up any at the Palenque. So, Dari, amigo, gracias for this, and it's gone to a good home. As you can tell, there's Warash starting to mature at TOSBA, so keep your eye on the shelves. If you can see one in the future, pick one up. So that's almost it for today. Like, subscribe. If you're getting value out of this Mezcal content, plenty more to come. A huge, massive shout out to Edgar, Elisandro, and the entire Gonzalez family. Incredible Mezcal producers, even better human beings, just top quality people. But for today's Salute Off, we're gonna go back to Sierra Norte and have some fun with that last little bit of Warash.
Craig Thompson, you're looking at the last of the Warash here. I'm kind of mad at you, but then again, I'm kind of stoked it went to you and Amy and it's in good hands. So, Alessandro, Edgar, salud.